Welcome to Plasma Healing with Michael. I am Michael. So today's video is going to be based on comments I had from two friends. Their first names are Chris and Jeff. And they both said they could not feel the energy when the plasma was poured into their hands. Now, everybody has a different capacity to feel. Everyone has different gifts, different abilities that are online. And also a person's nervous system is also going to be dependent on one's ability to feel and to sense. But with that being said, I believe there are things that can be done to make it more likely that a person can feel, a person can sense the plasma. So the primary purpose of today's video is to see if we can increase the number of people that can actually feel the plasma in their hands. That is the primary objective. Now, once you get the plasma in your hands, it's going to be up to you what you're going to do with it. So I'm not going to lead us through an entire meditation this time. If you do want to place it on your person for energetic support, you can do that. If you decide to do that, what I would recommend is, just like we have in the disclaimer, you should not be driving, you should not be operating machinery. So if you're going to do that, you should be either lying down or sitting up in a comfortable chair. You should have alone time, just with yourself and the plasma. And it should be a situation that is meditative, that is quiet, without external distractions, without external noise to the extent possible, and your eyes should be closed. And if you do decide to work with the plasma, I would do it with a simple intention, what you intend to happen, and a heart of thankfulness and gratitude. And if you end up working with the plasma, I would recommend anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes of working with the plasma before you go about any other business of your day or your evening. And if you decide to simply feel the plasma in your hands, but you decide not to work with it in any other manner, you can pour it on a house plant, you can pour it on the earth in your garden, or simply on your floor and intend for it to go into the earth and to benefit the earth. So these are all options for you to utilize. Now, the notion of feeling something in your hands, it's important to understand what is it like to feel energy when there's no plasma in your hands. So you first have to have a baseline. Having a baseline is extremely important. So the very first thing we're going to do, even before we start our mini meditation, even before we start working with the plasma, is I want you, everybody on this video, to close your eyes and to simply take your hands in front of you, just like me, and to cup them in front of you. So go ahead now, close your eyes and cup your hands. And I want you to feel, what is it like to have your hands together and cupped? What does the energy feel like of your hands? What does the energy feel like of the environment? Can you feel any pulsation? Can you feel any pins and needles? Can you feel any energy? And even, can you feel temperature? Can you feel any weight? Basically, any of your senses, can you feel any of that when your hands are currently cupped in front of you? So I'm going to stop talking for a second or two and just try to tune in to that baseline state. And I am going to do the same. Now, if you want to, you can open your eyes again. So I will explain what we're about to do. I like explaining it before, so there are no surprises, so there's less things for the mind to attach to. So I am going to have us in a moment, not yet, close our eyes, get into a meditative state. Once again, it can be laying down, it can be on a chair. It will be easier to cup your hands if you're on a chair, so just be aware of that. You don't have to if you're not able to. And I am going to set sacred space. I'm going to bring in angels to angelic helpers to hold the angelic space, the electromagnetic, the spiritual space around us. Then I am going to have us imagine roots growing into the earth, into the soil, to ground us for this particular experience. And then I'm going to have you cup your hands like we just did. And we are going to have the plasma poured into our hands. And we're going to do it kind of a standard way like we just did. But I want you to think about what it was like to have your hands just cupped like they just were. And when I pour the plasma, is there any difference to what you just experienced without any plasma? Is there any difference with pins and needles? Some people sense pulsation. Is there any pulsation from the plasma? Can you sense any difference in weight? Can you sense a difference in temperature? Or maybe you can see with your eyes closed, mind you. Can you see any color in your hands of the plasma? So these are all things that I'm going to have each person do when we're doing that. And if you still can't sense the plasma, that is okay. Don't judge yourself. You are perfect just the way you are. But I do have a surprise or two surprises. I have several other things that are going to work with the plasma. My understanding is the plasma is willing to do these things and to try to increase the likelihood that other people that cannot feel the plasma will be able to. So let's get started as a group. I want everyone to find a place that is quiet, that is meditative. If you have any external radio or TV, I would recommend shutting those off. Just for this brief amount of time, you may want to put your phone in a mode where you will not be disturbed unless there's a call that is needed. Obviously, don't do that, but otherwise, make a place that is quiet and meditative for yourself. I'll give you a couple more seconds to get there. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do so. And I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and we are going to begin to relax. We're going to begin to come into the body and to regulate our nervous system. So the first thing I want you to do is begin to breathe. You can breathe in any way that is relaxing to you. One thing you may want to try is to very gently breathe in through the nose, really slowly. And once you are filled up, pause at the top for a couple seconds, then begin breathing out very slowly, almost like through a straw. And when you are emptied, pause for a couple moments that would be comfortable for you. And then begin breathing in again, nice and slowly. And just find a rhythmic breathing for you. And do this for a handful of times. You don't need to do it for the entire session, but just do it for a handful of times to kind of relax your nervous system. And then just go to a normal breath, maybe a minute or two from now. Now I want you to imagine roots, almost like a tree. They can be extending from your feet. They can also be extending from the base, the very base of your spine. And I'm going to do the same. And these roots are extending into the soil, into the crust, into the mantle, and into the core, the very center of the earth. And just gently attach, gently wrap these cords around the center of the earth. And ask the earth, ask Gaia to support us during this little meditation, this exercise with the plasma. And it may be supportive. If you want to, you can literally breathe up energy one time from the center of the earth into your body, into your energy field. And I'm going to do that right now. You may see this energy as green, you may see it as golden, or you may see it as no color. That's fine. There's no right answer here. Now I'm going to bring in angelic angels to hold the energetic space around us for myself and everybody that is participating in this video. I'm going to bring in the archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Udiel, Archangel Seraphon, and Archangel Ariel. I also bring in the angels associated with Atlantis, which is the physical location where I am also using this plasma healing in another aspect of me. And I also ask that our personal guardian angels and our higher self would also be present during this exercise with the plasma. Now I want to have you take your hands, bring them in front of you, and cup them upward, almost like a bowl, so they can receive. They can receive the plasma. I am going to make active and bring in the dodecahedron plasma field. And for everyone, including myself and on YouTube, everyone who is tuning in throughout all space and time, I'm going to begin to slowly pour the plasma into everyone's hands. This is happening quantumly. It's happening anywhere you are on the earth. And this will take a minute or two or three. And just feel, just sense, can you sense any plasma? Is there any change in any vibration, pins and needles, pulsation, temperature, or weight, or color? And just go with whatever you're getting. Don't judge it. And if you still don't feel anything, that's okay. Don't judge it. Just be kind to yourself. So your hands should be filling up now with plasma. Probably not fully, but there should be a noticeable amount of plasma in the hands. Okay, I am going to taper off the plasma, and keep it in your hands right now. Don't do anything with it. I'm going to ask the plasma to stay in the hands of everybody for the time being. And if there's anybody that is having trouble sensing or feeling the plasma, just for those people, I'm going to ask the plasma to increase its vibration, to increase its pulsation, to increase its activity, so that people are more likely to feel the plasma. So sense that now. See if you can feel the plasma. I've asked the plasma to be more active, so the rate of pulsation may be increasing for you. And if you're still having trouble feeling the plasma, I would recommend going ahead and just taking a moment and just being okay with where you are. It's okay if you can't feel it yet. And one final thing I'm going to ask the plasma to do, just for the people that are still not able to sense it or feel it, I'm going to ask the plasma in just those hands to make kind of a wavy motion a pulsation of a wave, maybe a standing wave, whatever's most appropriate, so that other people may have the opportunity to feel the plasma. Now, regardless of if you were able to feel the plasma or not, I would invite you to take the plasma and do whatever you're guided to do with it. You can place it on a plant, you can place it on the ground, your floor, intending it to go into the earth. Or if you choose to use it in a meditative manner, an energetic manner, I would place it on a location of your body that you feel called to. If you're not sure, just very simply with a heart of thankfulness, a heart of gratitude, with a very simple intention, place it on the top of your head. And then just close your eyes and just be in a quiet meditative state for the next 20, 25, even 30 minutes. Okay, I am going to place the plasma on my head now, with thankfulness, with gratitude. Hope you enjoyed this little video, something different, an opportunity to view, to sense the plasma, maybe if you have not before. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not already, I would encourage you to like, to subscribe, to share the video. And there will be more interesting content coming on the channel in the coming days and the coming weeks. Have a beautiful day, everybody.